Hello guys, this is Astocky here, back in my Let's Play world for Better Than Wolves. In this episode, I thought I would start by just quickly going through, because I know I mentioned at the end of the last episode, just having a look at each of the different tiers and what the requirements are to get to the next tier, just to make sure I'm not missing anything in my rush forward. So, the first tier is called Basic Mechanical Power. You have to make a hand crank and a millstone. So I've done that, or at least that's the entry requirements to get into that age. So I guess the age before that is just the age of running around crazy. So I've done that. The primary goals within this tier are to collect hemp seeds, done. Plant a hemp farm, super done. Collect and grind enough hemp to construct a windmill, done. Now the secondary goals are to construct a cauldron and heat it with burning netherrack. I believe directly down below me we have done that as well. Improve the hemp production through the use of light blocks, done. And find wolves and begin collecting dung. I have poop. So to move to the next tier, I have to construct a windmill. Once again, done. So now we're up to tier 2, continuous mechanical power. So the entry requirement at this stage is to construct a windmill, done. In order to complete this tier, you have to learn the basics of the mechanical power system. Now you have to find wolves for dung and kill cows for leather, which is used to make tan leather for used in constructing a saw. I believe I have done all of that. So if we come down here, we have everything that we need. And down here, we have my dung production facility. He still hadn't pooped yet. Okay, never mind. I don't mind overfeeding my dogs. They're good dogs. Yep, looks as though I'm overfeeding all of them. That's okay. Just had to sacrifice a cow. Oh, he must have pooped. Aha, look at that, poop. Ah, and there's my cobblestone from before. So that is, I guess, the primary goals of this particular tier. Now on to the next goal for this tier, which are the secondary goals. You have to power your millstone using the windmill as a source of mechanical energy. So, yep, done that. In fact, I've got them turned off at the moment. That's alright, I don't need them at the moment. And the next thing you have to do is have some fun with pulleys and platforms. Now that is not something I've done yet, so I'm going to mark that and make sure that I come back to that in another episode, because I already have some plans for this episode. Then, to be able to move on to the next tier, I have to have constructed and used a power saw. So I've shown you guys that as well, where you can cut up the wood blocks. So, tier 3, power tools. You go to tan leather and construct a saw to enter, done. Primary goal is to process wood into sidings, corners and mouldings, and use those to construct more advanced recipes. Okay, done that. Secondary goals. Use the saw to construct a mob trap. Construct an automated tree farm. Now, I have looked into this, and to the best of my knowledge, there is no way at this particular tech level to create an automatic tree farm. I am going to underline that, and I also have to use the saw to construct a mob trap. So I have not done that, and I have not constructed an automatic tree farm. Like I said, I don't think it's even possible to make an automatic tree farm at this stage, because I'm pretty sure you need detector blocks to be able to do that. I think there's one you might be able to make without detectors, but I'm going to have to test that out and see how it works. But I have left a big area just here that I'm going to run some power and make a vine trap and make another kind of trap. And I'm also thinking, if I can get a saw or two down here, I might even be able to lure mobs into my trench and kind of funnel them into the front of the saw and make a mob trap that way. So I think I might be able to do both of those. Now, to get to the next tier, you have to have constructed a hopper, and I believe I have 2 hoppers. So done and done. And then the final step is you have to visit the nether. So I've done that as well. So up to tier 4. Like I said, I'm going to come back to all those secondary requirements that I've missed later, but for now I want to press on with tier 4. So the first entry criteria is you have to construct a hopper and visit the nether. Done. Now, I need to process netherrack into concentrated hellfire. Now this is something that requires a little bit of effort, and I'm not sure if I have the right equipment to be able to do it at this stage. But I've got 29 netherrack. I think, yeah, I can't do all of it at this stage, but I can certainly get part of it going. So basically the way this works is you have to start by having mechanical power, and then you place netherrack into this machine in the place of hemp, and then you hit the grinding wheel. Now I think this is going to be really loud, so I'm sorry if it is. I believe it's going to start grinding the netherrack. If it grinds the hemp, I'll have to pull it out. Yep, okay, have to pull that out. So yeah, that's the noise I was hoping to avoid. That is the sound of netherrack being ground. So you can see it popped out some red stuff there. I'm going to turn that back off because the noise is just annoying as hell. And it gives you ground netherrack. Now ground netherrack in itself is not the concentrated hellfire that we actually want. To get the concentrated hellfire, you have to have a bit more of a complicated system, and I'm not ready for that just yet because I'm going to need some more mechanical duva thingies. Actually, maybe I am going to be ready. Yep. You know what? I might actually be ready. No, okay, I'm missing something that I need, but I'm going to be very close anyway. So let's just start the process, and I can kind of show you how it's going to work. Yeah, I think this should be okay this way. I haven't actually done this before, so this is new to me. Ooh, poop. See, knew they'd poop eventually, even though they're in the sun. See, dogs are shy, they don't like to poop in front of people. But I'm gonna take that block out, take that block out, run my axles, so we got 1, 2, 3. There we go, we have power coming out now. In fact, I actually want to put the gearbox on this square, so... And we want the gearbox to face away from me. So I'm going to have to come back in here and make sure I've turned the gearbox in the correct direction. I have not. There we go. And now I'm going to have to dig down into the ground here just a little bit. Gonna place some cobble to kind of fill that in a bit. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a chest, and on top of the chest I'm going to place a hopper. Now basically items that are in the hopper stay in the hopper. They don't go into the chest unless you provide mechanical power. Now this is a powered hopper, so what should happen is as soon as I power it, that cobblestone should be pushed down and should go into the chest. So actually the easiest way to do this is going to be to just come over here and just pop that redstone. Now everything will start running, and we can see the cobblestone has popped out and is now in the chest, and the wheel is showing as powered. Now that's not 100% of what I want to achieve, because clearly moving cobblestone isn't what I want to do. It is this ground netherrack that I need to process through this hopper and down. And unfortunately, I'm missing some, like I said, some key ingredients to be able to do that. So that's what this episode is about. Heading to the nether and going to find some things. Get rid of my dirt. Actually, in fact, I'm going to get rid of most of my things that I have here. Going to the nether, I'm going to want to collect a lot of netherrack. So, makes sense to carry a few extra pickaxes. It makes no sense to be carrying a whole lot of poop or any of these materials. I will take some of those sticks with me because I wish to make some torches, because those in conjunction with cobblestone are going to help me out. I don't need redstone torches, or redstone repeaters, or ground netherrack. Certainly don't need sand or levers. How did hemp seeds get in there? Or hemp seeds. I'm going to hang on to the ladders because I think those might come in handy. Not going to need redstone. Probably won't need a bucket. I think we're pretty well set up now, I think. Yeah, that's looking good. So, time to go to the nether. Just want to make sure that machine has all stopped. Should see the symbol disappear over here if it has stopped. It has, excellent. And now, to the nether. Okay, so now I had a bit of a look over that way and that looked like it was a bit of a dead end. Over this way, it seems to go on for quite a long way up there. The only problem is getting over. So what I think I'm going to do is kind of dig through a little bit. So I hope it's not too dark for you guys on YouTube. I'll put a torch every now and then. I mean, mobs don't spawn, so the lighting isn't critical. It's mainly just to let you guys see. Oh, okay, we popped through. I don't know where this is, but it's not exactly where I want to go, so I'm going to go this way now. And then hopefully that's going to let me know how to get out of here. I can hear more zombie pigmen. I know there was a heap of zombie pigmen over where I was going, so hopefully I'm going to end up in the right spot for this. Don't want to use all my torches though, because I kind of, especially when you haven't got a mini-map, I mark my way through the nether using torches. Oh, I nearly punched that pigman in the foot with my axe, which would have been the death of me. And then you would have got to see hardcore spawn, and it's not cool. Okay, 2 blocks is as high as I'm going to get there. So, torch on top. So let's go this way a bit. I want to set it up so I make... Oh yeah! Nether Fortress! That's not required for this particular tier that I'm trying to do, but it is definitely required for the next tier, which is Fire Mastery. Actually, it's required to get to Fire Mastery, I think, so maybe it is required for this tier. Yeah. To get out of this tier, you have to make a hibachi and a bellows, so it is definitely required. What I really need though is soul sand, but I guess I can probably get both in there, unless I can find an easier source of it. Nope, not seeing it. So down to the Nether Fortress it is. Question though is, that looked like it was a mighty big drop. Like an epically big drop. I want to kind of tunnel my way down that way and then come out there. Wow, this is going to be... It's going to be one of those interesting times, I think. Hope nothing goes wrong, because there's going to be lots of crying if I fall through a world hole and end up in the lava. So, playing it careful. Gonna put a torch here to kind of give me an indication of which way I'm going on the thing. So I'm going to need probably 9 blaze powder, so probably about 5 blaze rods to achieve what I'm hoping. That took my breath away. Okay, that is my do not dig any lower than this point block. Thankfully there's been no ghasts. Ooh, blaze, wither skeletons. I was just about to say, maybe I'm on peaceful. No. Oh, another blaze, wow. They've decided not to make this easy on me. Okay, I don't want to just drop down, because I would hate to drop down and then get punched in the face by a wither, but maybe if I go this way. Perfect. It's like a safety zone. Those wither skeletons really seem to be everywhere. And that looks like a blaze spawner. Like I said, I want soul sand, but I don't want to die getting it. So let's just quickly run over with a skeleton. Great. Whew. Yep. Hurts me more than it hurts him to do that, I think. Okay, so that's my way back up. I'm gonna see if I can attract him. Yo, come on! Hey, hey! Got him. Got his attention. Where'd you go? Maybe I'll get something good. Looks like I might have got something good. I didn't see what he actually dropped. Coal and bones. Clearly not ideal. I gotta go down inside this place. More skeletons. They're everywhere. Come on, guys. I just dug that fair and square. No stealing my nether bricks. Wow, okay, so these are no dig spots. Here seems to be alright though. So maybe if I can come down in that wall. Soul sand. Excellent. Just want to have a quick look around. Just to make sure there's no sounds of the bones of death. And if there is, that I run really far. Oh, there's one down there. He hasn't triggered on me yet though, so maybe I'm okay. I get really nervous around zombie pigmen. I have died one time too many, and then you lose all your stuff, and then you can't come back because your stuff's in the nether and every zombie pigman you see kills you. So I'm going to take the coward's way out, and unless there's a blaze over there, which I don't think there is, I'm going to head back up. Just going to do a quick run. Now I really want to get at least one blaze rod. Okay. You know what? I'm really happy that he's down there. Yep. I'm going to cut my losses right now, and I'm going to head back with my soul sand. The rest of this can totally wait. I'm going to run with my life and show you guys what it was that I was really hoping to achieve. That's it, achieve. But I know where a blaze spawner is, so that's good. So that means I can make myself some iron weapons make myself some iron tools, make myself some iron armor, those kinds of things, and then once I'm prepared, come back and take on those wither skeletons and those blazes and really give them a run for their money. Yeah. That design currently reeked of lack of cobble. There we go. That is vastly superior. So at this rate, I'm pretty sure I'm at the end of the episode now, except for I want to show you guys how this processing works. So basically what happens now is you take your soul sand and you place it in there. Now that slot there is a filter slot. Basically whatever item you put in determines what items are passed through and what items are not passed through. So if I was to put this wicker, I think, it would let small items through. If I was to put like slats or trapdoors, they let bigger items through. Clearly you can see that no filter lets basically anything through. Now I've got soul sand in there as a filter, so now if I throw cobble on top, you'll see that the cobble just sits there, because that is the finest filter you can get. It only lets two kinds of things through. The first thing that it lets through is the little red balls that you guys have seen dropped. Now those little red balls are called dragon orbs, and basically they are experience in an unrefined form, and filtering them through soul sand helps to refine them. Now the next thing that it will let through, as I'm going to demonstrate here once my hopper powers up. Now you need to have the hopper powered when you do this, otherwise bad things happen. So you throw the netherrack on top and you can see that it filters part of it through, and then off the top pops hellfire dust. So nothing actually went through, nothing went in here, but it extracted something out of it and left just the hellfire dust. And as again, same kind of thing happened. It's filtered something off and it's popped out the hellfire dust. Now basically what it's popping off is the concentrated hellfire out of the dust, and what the sand is filtering out is like that essence of the mob. Now this particular concentrated essence, this particular concentrated hell, whatever you really want to call it, is actually used to make a particular ingot that's needed for the rest of the machines. So that is something that I'm going to get to in a little while. I pretty much need to run this for quite some time, because these particular essences, you need 8 of them to make a hellfire ingot, and I really need 27 hellfire ingots. So clearly I need to grind a lot of netherrack, and that's going to take some time, but I can stop this for a while, like I said, because the sound is just really annoying. Run it from here. So there we go. So I have my 8 now. Okay, should be stopping now. That's better. So I'm going to come over this way and do a little demonstration. Lots more cows ready for the slaughter. So we have our netherrack lit crucible. We place the 8 concentrated hellfire dust in there, and it cooks itself down into a single concentrated hellfire ingot. Now, like I said, the most basic machine that I'm going to use is going to take 3 of those. So let's actually get the recipe book out and show what I'm going to craft. So this is the machine that I need to craft. because like I said, the primary goals of this tier is to process netherrack into concentrated hellfire. The secondary is to automate the collection of resources from my mob traps and farms, so something else I have to do, and learn how to filter the resources so they may be sorted by type. So those are things that I do need to get to, but to get to the end of the tier I need to build a hibachi, and that machine there is a hibachi, so it needs 3 concentrated hellfire ingots, which is 24 of the processed netherrack. It needs an element as well, and an element is made by cooking a blaze powder, a redstone, and a hemp. So again, that's why I need the blaze rods. Now because I'm going to need 9 of these elements, I'm going to need 9 blaze powder, which is 8, I believe, blaze rods. Wonder if it tells me how to. Yeah, it looks like blaze rod into blaze powder. I'm going to need, so I'm going to need 5 blaze rods to get my 9 that I need, because you want 9 hibachis underneath your next device that you make that you can help to cook with. So like I said, that's going to be time for another episode, but in between now and then I'm basically going to just stand here, and whenever the weather's good, put up with that horrible noise, and I'm going to grind netherrack. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying watching this series progress. Like I said, at the beginning of the next episode I'll have had that all ground up, and I can then go off and try and see if I can get at least 1 blaze rod to make 1 hibachi to get things started. But then I'll also show you some other machines that you really need to kind of progress to the next tier. And then probably the episode after that, I'm going to come back and mess around a bit with this contraption here and try and make up some of those secondary goals, the automated mob farm and the automated tree farm. And then I'll show you guys how pulleys and platforms and things work, and then see if I can make a bit of an easier way to get down into my mine shaft. Although the mine shaft's over there, the power's over here, so I might have to make, I think somewhere around about here was where my tunnel ran, so maybe I could just dig my tunnel along to over here and just kind of connect the pulley up for that mechanical power that way. Maybe I could do something like that, but I guess that's going to be probably in an episode or two's time. So anyhow, thanks very much for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode. Astocky out.